Hey, you got Cringe here. I'm going to do week 2 fantasy running backs, play or don't play. I'm going to start off Bills Dolphins. Raheem Mostert is out for this game. Achane is banged up. They will probably be looking to Jeff Wilson Jr. and the rookie Jalen Wright. I think Jalen Wright is going to have the breakout game in this game. I'd like to see that happen. That's kind of what happened last year with Achane. He just got kind of snuck in there and he exploded for like 51 points. I'm not starting Mostert. I mean, if you have to, I'm probably not starting Achane either. I'm not starting Wilson either, but I'm going to take a sleeper flyer on Jalen Wright. I'm not saying start him, but if you kind of want to just give it a shot and shoot him into your flex and see what happens, I think this might be the Jalen Wright game. And for the Bills, James Cook, I mean, obviously he was probably taken as one of your top 10 running backs, so I guess you could start Cook. I don't know. The Dolphins defense, like ETN had his moments, Bigsby had his moments, so yeah, I'd say you could start James Cook. Next up is Raiders-Ravens. I'm still staying away from Raiders running backs for now. I'm still not sure who the guy is. Zamir White. Alexander Madison had a decent game against the Chargers in week 1, but I still need to see more from them before I'm going to go after their running backs. Ravens, Derrick Henry, he had a strong first drive in week 1, and then he kind of just faded off, but everybody knows the old adage is running backs versus the Raiders, so I'm starting Derrick Henry. You might even be able to start Justice Hill in a flex spot, especially in like a deeper league. If you're in a deeper league like I am, where you start 2 running backs and then you have the flex spot, like it's Justice Hill could be like a sleeper flyer, but I'm starting Derrick Henry. Browns, Jags, Jerome Ford. I don't know about this Browns offense right now. I like it. They just weren't producing. So the Jaguars, the Browns have a strong defense too, but obviously ETN's one of the top guys, so you got to start him. I guess I'd probably stay away from Bigsby. Jets, Titans, you're obviously starting Breece Hall. I would take a flyer here too on Tony Pollard. Not really sure what he did in week 1. I'm pretty sure he had a decent game. I might stay away from Tyjae Spears, but Pollard would be a start in deeper leagues. Niners, Vikings, obviously I don't know what's up with McCaffrey. Mason looked pretty damn good in his stead, so I mean, just keep an eye on McCaffrey. But if you have Mason, I'm starting Mason. For the Vikings, Aaron Jones, I don't know, that Niners defense is tough, but Jones looked pretty decent in the first week, so I mean, you got to start 2 running backs anyways, so I would take a flyer on Jones, even if he's in your flex spot. Chargers, Panthers, it was J.K. Dobbins that looked monstrous in week 1, but like I said, that's against the Raiders. So, I mean, if you're going to start a guy, Dobbins or Gus Edwards, I would start Dobbins. Panthers, Cuba Hubbard, they keep projecting him to have high points week 1, week 2. He did like nothing last week. I'm not playing him against the Chargers defense. No thanks. So, Seahawks, Patriots, Ramondre Stevenson, I had him in my flex spot. He produced. I'm going to play him. The Seahawks runners, I mean, they still got... I'm probably not going to play Charbonnet, and I don't know why their top running back's named Kenneth Walker. The Patriots usually have a stingy defense, but I mean, I'm probably playing Kenneth Walker. Saints, Cowboys, that's a tough one. Kamara's probably, I don't know, a lot of people slept on Kamara. He had a pretty good week 1. This is the Cowboys defense, but a lot of that offense runs through Kamara, so I'd start Kamara. For the Cowboys, Zeke, I don't know. I mean, he's probably going to be good for a touchdown on any given week. A flex spot maybe for Zeke, but I'm not in on the other guys yet until I see more, like Dowdle, Cook, Vaughn. I'm not in on those guys yet. Giants, Commanders. This seems like a game where you could take a flyer on Devin Singletary. He might do good in like a flex spot. For the Commanders, I mean, like I said, the Giants do have a strong front seven. So, I mean, I guess if I had to play a Commanders running back, I'd probably go with Eckler over Robinson. Flex spot maybe. Bucks Lions, Rashad White. Rashad White is probably a start. That's where it gets tough with the Lions. It's Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Montgomery had himself a game in that first week. Gibbs didn't do bad, but it was Montgomery that's getting the touchdown. So I would say Montgomery's a start, and Gibbs could be a flex spot. Colts, Packers. Josh Jacobs didn't look too hot in week 1. He kind of came on strong at the end, but I mean, they do have the new quarterback, so they're probably going to try to feed Jacobs the ball a lot. It's just whether he gets the yards or not. I would take a flyer on Jacobs in the flex. The Colts, Jonathan Taylor. I'd probably start Jonathan Taylor. You know Richardson's going to do a lot of running, but if him and Taylor can both get going together, Taylor's at least like a running back 2 look. Rams, Cardinals, I'm starting Kyren Williams. I'm starting James Conner. That's probably about it for those guys. Steelers, Broncos, Javonte Williams. I'm probably maybe a flex spot on Javonte Williams. The Steelers, Najee Harris. And I can't think of the other guy's name. I'm probably... I'd probably start the other Steelers running back, not Najee Harris. I still want to see something from Najee before I get sold on him. I don't know why. This is the second video where, like, I run through all these teams and then I can't think of, like, one running back's name because so many names are coming through my head. But, yeah, the other Steelers running back, the one that catches the balls, I would probably... He's good enough for a flex spot. Bengals, Chiefs... you're obviously starting Isaiah Pacheco. The Bengals have Zach Moss. He's not a bad running back, but I'm probably flex spot maybe with him. But Pacheco's obviously a running back 1. Bears, Texans. So DeAndre Swift had a pretty lousy week 1. I think he gets back into it this week. I would start DeAndre Swift, probably a running back 2, maybe a flex spot. The Texans, Joe Mixon, man, that guy, he looked good. This is a young Bears defense, but I'd say keep rolling with Mixon. I think Mixon's going to be one of the guys this year. Falcons, Eagles, let's see, Bijan. I mean, obviously you took Bijan to be one of your top running backs, so you're going to start him. But it's Saquon Barkley, that's a definite. Definitely start Saquon Barkley. I'm staying away from Tyler Algier too, and I'm still not even sure about Bijan in this game, but like I said, he was one of the top 5 running backs taken, so you obviously have to play him. But yeah, that's week 2 running backs. Thanks.